Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by again. I appreciate every single one of you. So we're going to actually have an update on Hurricane Jose, and I actually haven't made any videos on Jose yet, but the path has changed a little bit and whatnot. So I just wanted to share this article with you and give you a current update on whether it's supposed to hit the States or not. Or if it's just going to go right back out into the Atlantic. But this article here says Hurricane Jose's path, what you should know. It says first, sorry about that. It says first there was Harvey, next came Katia, which actually went right back into Mexico, and then Irma. And now, in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, Hurricane Jose is waiting. Jose was weakening to a Category 2 storm, but it is expected to linger over the Atlantic for the next several days according to forecasters. Jose is the fourth threatening hurricane to form over the Atlantic in the past few weeks. It also says Hurricane Harvey caused extensive damage to southern Texas and parts of Louisiana that brought excessive rainfall and catastrophic flooding, killing at least 74 people. Katia claims the lives of at least 2 people in Mexico after it made landfall last week, right after a powerful earthquake, and killed 64 others. And Irma, which is still making its way through the U.S. as a tropical storm, has already killed at least 38 people, including 4 in the U.S. Virgin Islands and 3 in Puerto Rico. Jose appears to have spared, for the most part, the Caribbean islands, hardest hit by Irma last week, but it still has a maximum sustained winds of at least 105 miles per hour with even stronger gusts. Here's what you need to know. Alright, so here's like the current update here. It says, where is Hurricane Jose right now? It says Jose is about 305 miles northeast of Grand Turk Island, the capital island of the Turks and Caicos, according to the National Hurricane Center. Also, it says massive Irma recovery efforts to begin. Jose is moving north at 9 miles per hour, but is expected to turn more northeast by Monday night before heading southeast Tuesday, according to the advisory. As it turns, it should experience a reduction in speed as well. It says shortly after Irma ravaged the Caribbean, strong Jose formed, threatening already wrecked houses, business, shelters, and major loss of communication. Now, it did just pass north of the Caribbean islands and Puerto Rico on Sunday as a Category 4 hurricane, and the Netherlands Navy said the situation was better than expected simply because it did pass to the north of them. Now, while Jose mostly passed around the Caribbean islands, it still brings with it additional rainfall to the area, with many buildings now lacking roofs, forecasters said. And it finishes up by saying swells from Jose will affect parts of Hispaniola, the Bahamas, and the Turks and Caicos Islands over the next few days, according to the National Hurricane Society. And now, this article here is just like a quick update of where it is now and how strong it is, and what it has already done. Now, what I want to do right now is right here is Irma. This is Irma. As you can see, it's making its way inland now, through Florida up into Georgia, parts of Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama. But right out here's Jose. Now, Jose is a much smaller storm right now, and this is where it sets currently. But if we step it up to, say, tomorrow around this time, you can see it seems like it's starting to get a little larger. And then on the 13th, but it's not moving very fast. 14th, we'll see where it's at. It starts to creep towards South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia. The 15th, it starts to get a little bit closer. On the 16th, so this is the current path here on the European model. And as you can see, it shows it turning back out into the ocean, which is good news for everyone. Now, if we step it back to the current day, and we use the other forecast model, the GFS forecast model, let's see where this takes it. On the 12th, the 13th, the 14th, it begins to move. Now it looks like it's moving towards more towards Florida at this point. Then on the 16th, it's starting to look like it's going to make landfall here. 17th, 18th, 19th, and then the 20th. as Jose actually just simply going right back out into the Atlantic. But if you take now the GFS model, however, as you can see, has it brushing, the East Coast. Looks like North Carolina, maybe even parts of, the East Coast of Virginia, Washington D.C. And then by the 20th, it's looking like it's going to start making landfall around New Jersey, possibly moving up into parts of New York, it looks like, the Boston area, Massachusetts area. So I don't know, two different models, two very different projections, but I just wanted to share them with you, just to give you guys kind of a heads up. So if you are on the East Coast, you guys, I don't know where Jose is going to end up, obviously. These are just projections. One has it turning back out to the Atlantic. One has it brushing the East Coast and literally moving up the East Coast towards, New Jersey, New York, Massachusetts, and all that. So we're just going to have to wait and see. But, this storm, although it may not be as powerful, it's still a large storm. It's still going to be a pretty decent storm. So it's going to bring rain and possible flooding and storm surges as well. So I just wanted to update you. It doesn't look, though, at least from the early projections, that Jose is really going to move too far inland in the States. It looks like it's just going to, at the very worst, brush the coast at this point. So I'm hoping it stays that way. We've already had so much death and destruction and devastation over the last few weeks. And there's still fires burning all across the West, Montana, Oregon, Washington State, California. Like, the West is on fire. The East is getting attacked by hurricanes and floods and tornadoes. It literally is weather chaos right now. So my thoughts and prayers go out to every single person who's been affected in one way or another by these storms and by these fires and just all the devastation that's going on around the states right now. It's just weather related and whatnot is just crazy. So again, I do appreciate you watching. I just want to give a quick update on Jose's path and where it may go and where it currently is and what it's already done. Again, I appreciate every single one of you and for watching these videos and supporting the channel. So be sure to share, like, subscribe, comment down below. And again, thanks for watching. Peace.